Our tournament is brought to you by Club Corp, Pickleball Central, Baird Private Wealth Management, Guaranteed Rate, Duper, Select Medical, Margaritaville Hotels and Resorts, Fitvine Wines, Volley Tequila Seltzer, Hertz Let's Go, Hyper Ice, Gearbox Pickleball, and Dura Fast 40, the official ball of the PPA Tour. And there you see the players on the court hitting the Dura Fast 40. Good morning, pickleball fans. Dave Fleming here at the Pickleball Central Austin Open, brought to you by Club Corp, joined by my comrade in pickleball, Mr. Morgan Evans. Good morning, Morgan. How are you today?
Good morning, Dave. I am well. I am excited for men's and ladies doubles day. It's always a different feeling when you come off mixed doubles day. You know, there's so much excitement around the mix, and you settle into, you know, a kind of pickleball where it feels more familiar. It feels like you're more than likely going to have some nice, long, drawn-out dink rallies, and some patience will be out there on display.
Yeah, yesterday was an interesting day on the courts, and, you know, we've talked to some of the players about settling into being professionals, playing a lot of pro tournaments, and feeding off the crowd. Can you keep your level up? And we saw some teams able to do that. Kovalova and Wright sailed through the semis and got there. Other teams struggled a little bit with their level, and we'll see if they're able to throw that away and make it happen today in mixed.
In men's. Men's to start with, and the ladies will start around
12:30.
12:30?
Yep.
Great. So we'll have some exciting men's to begin with. Tyler Loong, Rob Nunnery on display against a couple of Dallas boys.
Yes,
you know them well.
One of the Dallas boys is named Dallas, so it won't be hard to remember that. Yes, we have the 8th seed, which is Tyler Loong and Rob Nunnery, so a couple of familiar faces for you. And then a couple upstarts from Dallas. Dallas Dunn, he is in the black and blue on the far side of the court, just picking up the ball right there in front of our support referee, and his partner is Ryan Taylor, who has been working his way up. He's a golfer that has adopted some pickleball, so first time on center for these two. So they are the 25 seed, so a big challenge in front of them. Dunn, I have personally played against, so has a nice game, so we'll see how it translates to the pro level. What is the outlook overall here from where you sit here with the men's bracket?
Well, we are going to see, obviously, Riley Newman and Matt Wright on display, hopefully fairly soon. They're going to be, you know, eventually, if their day goes well, then they'll book a spot on Sunday, and it's hard to look past the formidable team of Colin and Ben Johns. Don't get me wrong, there are some dark horses out there. I always like to see what happens when Mr. Kohler and Wilson get together. AJ Kohler, Thomas Wilson, some of the more exciting pickleball you will ever see. And, you know, they will be out there. They're not the only people. Obviously, Tyson McGuffin, Jay DeVilliers, they haven't quite found their best pickleball. Yep. But we can see them edging towards again and again. If they can really mesh well today, they'll do well. They'll likely come up against, I'd say, Rob Cassidy, Spencer Smith, fairly early on. If they manage to get through that, well, they'll have to deal with the Jones boys. But both Ben and Colin, they didn't have blinding days yesterday by any stretch of the imagination.
No, and they're coming off a tough ride in Florida where it was windy conditions. So there you see Dallas Dunn from Dallas, Texas, gets that serve in. That's Tyler Loong returning. And Ryan Taylor in the white hat, and Rob Nunnery dinking backhands. The golfer keeps fending off. Used to seeing a Titleist.
He's certainly a Pro V1X guy.
And why not start the day with an ATP, Morgan?
Kick things off well. Start strong, finish strong. Try to be strong in the middle.
Expect to see some flying Ernies from Tyler Loong today as well.
He'll be hard pressed to beat the record set by Deckelbar yesterday.
That's in the Guinness Book of World Records. And
that little flick backhand from Rob Nunnery, he is known for that shot beautifully. No one saw it coming. Strong hands to pull that shot off.
Little shake, not a lot of bake.
Yes, it's not the baking he was hoping for.
And you can imagine the nerves on Dunn and Taylor here. Okay, hey, welcome to pro, and we're going to put you on center.
Close to your hometown.
Yes, exactly. So just, you know, settle in.
We wish you luck.
Usually the paddle clank doesn't work in the favor of the clankers, but it did there.
Off to a good start already.
High off the Dunn paddle there and squashed quickly by Loong.
I'm very curious if either one of the Dallas gentlemen are going to try their luck attacking Tyler Loong. Many have tried, most have failed.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, ambitious.
When you've gotten the flick down the middle, then you're like, hey, this is working. Let's see if I've got the spot down the line. Let's see if Dunn and Taylor can hit the scoreboard. Nice hands by Nunnery because that ball was behind him.
So they get the serve back. Loong, as ever, just generally rolling the serve in.
Just a dainty Ernie to start in the morning.
Adorable kind of Ernie, that one.
Oh, look at these cross-court attacks from Nunnery.
A little bit of breeze just kicking up.
Yeah.
Could cause a few issues.
Up ATP number 2. Nice defense by Dallas Dunn there. That would be triple the Ernie, or excuse me, triple the ATP for Nunnery. Dunn's been there.
In the first 5 points, it's pretty impressive.
Again, it's that spot on the court is requiring magic. Yesterday was Ernie Fest 2022. See if the ATPs continue from there. And unfortunately for the Dallas boys, specifically Dallas Dunn, this is getting out of hand early.
Yes, it appears that Nunnery and Loong are in a bit of a rush. Perhaps have a breakfast appointment to make.
See if they can scratch off that 0. And there you go. So a scrambly attack got away with it, Dallas Dunn, and they finally get to switch sides. And you can hear the wind you referred to there, Morgan, kicking up in the microphones there.
Yeah, it's going to be fairly swirly out there on the courts.
Nunnery bringing all the tricks.
Really is. He loves to enjoy that backhand. And if it's working, keep dipping to that well, but we'll see if the Dallas boys can figure it out.
Dallas Dunn's face tells it all here.
Yeah, that is in a very generous location
yes.
for
a
Mr.
lefty,
Loong.
yes. There's that flick again.
Another guy, yeah.
And when you step up in class, like Taylor and Dunn are here, it's I haven't seen this before or that much, and it's really hard to establish what you like to do when you are constantly unsure of the ball coming your way.
Yeah, hard to think about offense when all you're doing is fending for your life.
So, Loong and Nunnery pretty clearly.
Fairly routine, I'd say.
Yeah, 11-1, so they're looking good. Crowd's looking good. I hope you're looking good at home. We'll be back with game 2, see if the Dallas boys and Dallas Dunn in particular can rally up in game number 2 here at the Pickleball Central Austin Open, brought to you by Club Corp.
Our new EV rental fleet is the absolute GOAT.
Nice. Speaking of goats, is that Tom Brady?
Yeah, he comes in to recharge, get software updates, you know.
Same time next week?
You got it.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome back. Dave Fleming here with Morgan Evans, and Loong and Nunnery looking very sharp here in the morning on a Saturday in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, they haven't really been pushed yet. That's safe to say. So they're as sharp as they need to be.
Okay, and a little home Texas cooking there off the net to get started. So you get frustrated because you hit what looked like a pretty good dink, and then, you know, maybe this is one to fire. And you mentioned it before. Will they test Loong? Well, they did.
Yes, they were tested, and
that test failed.
Such short, sharp, and incredibly quick hands from Nunnery.
Yep.
He has almost an AJ Kohler kind of feel to him, and that length of swing.
There's a good short hop by Dallas Dunn. So Dallas Dunn up at the line. This is Ryan Taylor receiving. A couple Dallas boys. That flick goes deep, so okay. See if they can get a lead here, Morgan.
It's impossible. Yeah, it is possible. They could do it right here. Oh.
Okay.
looks like Dunn's really trying to shape that third ball, hoping that one was going to drop down and be out of the range of Mr. Loong.
There's a lot of range in that left arm, though, is the problem. Again, the cross-court attack from Nunnery.
Two-hander.
Yeah.
It's good that he's bringing in both wings. Oh, great.
Good job.
Great hands.
Because Dunn was ready for the trickery there, left it up a little bit, so that set off a series of difficult events for Dallas Dunn.
He may not have realized that Nunnery had another trick up the sleeve, and that's expecting a counterpunch.
Yeah,
always wise. Ooh.
And here you see just the quick flick that Loong can handle on the backhand side as well.
It is a noticeable addition to the professional game. You know, seen in the last 6 to 8 months especially, but a year at least. How many players are able to now generate more than enough power from really minute motions with the hand and wrist, just flicking things, and therefore able to really be ready for the counter punches so much easier than a couple of years ago where bigger swings were being put on the ball to apply the same pace.
Yeah, because the tennis players are bringing those big swings, and then they aren't ready for Act 2.
Yes, exactly. So all of a sudden, it is 5-0. Nunnery serving to Dunn. Dave, if you feel like telling your fellow Texans that they can take a timeout. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. That's
well
just
done.
telepathy.
Yeah.
I'm like, gentlemen.
You can take.
Okay, gentlemen. At the very least, prolong your experience. Come on.
You may not be back on this court today. Who knows?
I mean,
you never say never, but it's possible.
And for this is an opportunity. And the opportunity is not getting to be on the live stream. It's to see what a couple levels up look like here. And to take something away. What was my body positioning when I'm getting attacked? Where did I have a chance to do something? So this is like the most it's humbling, but it is the best teaching you can get, is to see what the top players can do to what you think are your best shots, and they are your best shots.
Yeah, for sure. Throw yourself in the deep end. You're going to find out how well you swim or you sink.
Yep.
And if you sunk, then, well, at least look at the replay and see what really cost you.
And what kind of life jackets do you need, and stay the heck away from the sharks.
Well, we can ill afford those kinds of fourth balls at this point.
Yes. Especially after a timeout. So we want to reward them for that. And a tag.
Yes, and they're enjoying this, I think. I think neither one of them is looking to really break a sweat just yet, but let's see if Dunn and Taylor can. Doesn't help.
No, so the timeout failed. So match point here.
Might be time for a medical.
And shake it and bake it and shake some hands. Shake and bake and shake is
bake,
new.
and shake.
That's new.
That is new.
That is new.
You heard it here, folks.
Well, the seeds play out with significance there, as Loong and Nunnery are on point, weren't pushed much at all, and sailing into the next round. So good for them. Off to a good start. Dunn and Taylor got the gift of video to go home and watch and keep working on their game. And that's the beauty of the sport. There are levels everywhere. So we'll be back with more great men's doubles action. We certainly appreciate that Roger Workman and Norman Clinkscales called that match. Not a lot of their involvement, which is always, just call the score and get out of there. No controversy.
Yeah.
So thanks to all the referees today. We'll make sure we give them love. So we'll be right back, folks, with match number 2 on the day. We'll be with you all day. Dave Fleming with Morgan Evans.
There we go.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Children, your DUPER final athlete exam begins now. You, how much does it cost to have a rating?
It's free.
Deckel, how many different types of ratings are there?
2. 1 for singles, 1 for doubles.
Cameron, who can have a rating?
Anyone. And world peace.
DUPER, bringing world peace to pickleball ratings. Download the app and claim your free rating today.
Congratulations. You are all smarter than you look.
We are launching Selkirk TV, which brings the best pickleball content to your smartphone, tablet, and big screen TV. This is 24/7 Pickleball, proudly brought to you by Selkirk.
I host a show in the kitchen.
I share my workouts in the kitchen.
I roll one sleeve up in the kitchen.
I stream in the kitchen.
I can't cook, but I'm in this kitchen.
I gave my paddle away in the kitchen.
I help keep you fit in the kitchen.
We're all family in the kitchen.
Let's go!
On your six, ladies.
The world will get back on its feet. We'll help you stay on yours.
What's your secret? Oh, it's no secret. It's the expert help I got at Foot Solutions.
Make an appointment at footsolutions.com.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our duper tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Oh,
Duper, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
Dropping a lot of money on sunglasses always seemed crazy to me. I'd wear them a few times, and then I'd lose them or break them. That's why we created Shady Rays. Polarized shades at a great price that you can try for 30 days risk-free. And even if you lose or break them, just let us know and we'll send you a free pair. Plus, every order helps fight hunger in America. And thanks to you, we're making a big impact. For 20% off your first order, go to shadyrays.com now and use code TV20.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
Managing text chains is a hassle. Juggling social media threads is a part-time job. There should be a simpler way to play. At Pickle Play, we do it all. Find and add courts, find and message players, schedule events, create clubs and groups, and so much more. Download the only pickleball companion you need today. Pickle Play. Games for you.
podiums are reserved for winners. No one ever said getting there would be easy. So we work, we drill, we train. And while we do whatever it takes to gain even the slightest edge, we found our biggest. Electrum has the most grit for spin and touch without sacrificing any power. Electrum. Earn your edge.
I'm gonna say she's a solid 3.5.
Nah, she's definitely a 2.5.
Guys, look at that forehand. She's clearly a 3.0.
Guys, come on. I'm at least a 4.0.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ratings don't have to be hard. Duper. Optimized for accuracy, optimized for fun. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Our new EV rental fleet is the absolute GOAT. Nice. Speaking of GOATs, is that Tom Brady?
Yeah. He comes in to recharge, get software updates. You know.
Same time next week?
You got it.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
Precautionary for the future.
What a way to end it. Family matters in Orlando.
And the
Lee and
tears of
Anna
joy.
Lee.
Oh my God. They're in tears, as they should be.
Singles and doubles champion Anna Lee Waters. Her mother, Lee Waters. Brilliant, brilliant pickleball from the mother-daughter combo.
That is as good as it gets. I'm so happy I was here to call it alongside Noah Eagle. And the whole family's getting in on it. For Lee Waters especially, to be able to help her daughter achieve another title is just huge.
Well, plenty of emotion down here. There were tears already on the court. This is a team you guys have had a lot of battles with. You said you haven't beat them in like the last 12 times. What does this mean to you guys?
I mean, it's amazing. I feel like we've kind of jumped over that hurdle, so to speak, and it just feels so good, and I think it's going to give us confidence for the rest of the year to know that we can do it.
Absolutely, and this is a special place too. We're in your home state. I know there's a lot of people in the stands for you guys as well. What does it mean to pick this up here in Florida?
I mean, it's just amazing. We got to drive here finally for once, and I think us being in the heat and used to it also gave us an advantage in that match, but in the end, we just pulled through.
Now, everyone always talks about mother-daughter duo. There's a lot of pride in that, right? But for you, Annalie, I think that's kind of cool. You get to play alongside your mom. How proud of you are you of her?
I mean, I'm so proud because, like, our positions on the court have changed so much, you know, and throughout the years we've just evolved, and to see that we can still be on top and still win gold medals in a professional sport is really amazing.
Now, we got up prior to this matchup, and one of the things you said, you go, we've never fought on the court before. How do you manage that?
I don't know. I think we know that we're a team, and we're friends, and we're mother-daughter, and it just works, and we're supportive, and I think it shows that that we're a team that works out.
All right, well, celebrations are at hand, correct? What's going to be the equation tonight?
Well, I know she wants to be a kid and go to Disney Springs. We're going to do some Disney stuff at Disney Springs. A lot of dessert in our future.
Awesome. All right, congrats, ladies. Enjoy the night. Back to you guys.
All right, folks, welcome back. I hope you went and did your Wordle this morning during that break, and if you did, I hope you got it in 2 or something, and something spectacular.
I got it in 4, and I got almost nothing out of the first 2 attempts.
Okay, so
it was a very strange one.
Good rally. I've not taken to the Wordle yet, so don't spoil it for us. Yes. So we love the strategy of the Wordle, and we love the strategy of pickleball, and look who's here. We've got some brothers in arms. The 2 seed and the Johns, we talked about in the Open a little bit. Morgan, this is a team that did not have the result they wanted in the last tournament down in Florida, and come here motivated. And for those of you not keeping track of the living specifications of the Johns boys, they actually live here in the Austin area now. So I don't know if you're allowed to call them hometown boys when they haven't been here more than 6 months, but they get some familiarity here. They've been playing in, it's going to be hot today. We're talking mid-80s on the court today. What do you expect to see from the Johns boys?
I mean, at the very least, these conditions are going to suit them. This is what they've been training in, and that will bode well for them. Aside from their unbelievable level, they are up against a couple of players who certainly talented. On paper, it's going to be a tall order, no doubt about it. Cher Bear, the Sherry. Ryan Sherry, he is a man who will certainly entertain the crowd. He looks to do so on every occasion. And he's partnered up with Damien Spizzo, a fellow Australian. So it's going to be good to see them. They had some fireworks in their last tournament in Mesa, Arizona.
Yes, there's some a lot of conversation, both before, during, and after points. And our boy Spizzo, your boy, not even mine, your countryman, played a ball off his backside when he was on the ground and got a ball in and ended up winning a point when he was not standing.
No, he wasn't. He's not a fan of standing. He is comfortable laying down on the job. Because he knows he can play some phenomenal pickleball.
Down unders, you guys said.
Yes. Good. Well, I was waiting for that. But Colin and Ben Johns, as you said, their last tournament together in Florida didn't quite go as well as they wanted. Let's see if that is going to light a fire under them. I think it will.
Yep.
Ben Johns wasn't quite himself yesterday.
No, so did not play with Annalie yesterday. Played with Andrea Coop, and very talented player, obviously. Missed the podium.
Indeed, yes. I think he would have going to be expecting more from himself. He's alongside his brother. They know each other's games, obviously, incredibly well. And I have been so impressed with Colin in recent times.
Yes.
The level he has put up has been phenomenal. As a counter-puncher and now a creative attacker as well.
Yes.
You know, he's got some shots that really catch people off guard. Some of them similar to Ben's, but the man is proving himself to have an electric hand speed. His ability to quickly drop his body height down, deal with balls above his head, and do something meaningful with them. It's fantastic. So it's really nice to see him coming into his own and forging his own path on the side of the court that he is familiar on.
Yeah, and he played mixed doubles yesterday with Leah Jansen, getting more comfortable playing on the side of the court that he doesn't usually play on, because Ben ain't moving off the left side unless there was some crazy transition in the middle. And I think, you know, you mentioned him getting low, so we'll see that scorpion play where he brings the paddle above his head and squats down to be able to hit down on the ball. And we will also see him, let's just stay with animals in the zoo for 1,000. He's going to hold that paddle up in the air on the forehand side and dink with it, but sometimes he will pull the trigger at all spots on your body. So whoever is in front of Colin needs to be wary of that.
Very wary, very wary. Yeah, he is quickly having a reputation as the best right side player in the men's game.
And well earned, and I think, you know, I actually talked to him about this yesterday. He's fine if he is an underrated player, because of both the pressure that comes with playing with his brother, because everybody's like, certainly they're getting to championship Sunday. Well, there's two people on that side of the court, and they both have to do their job.
Indeed, indeed. And so often it's just how well does a player know their role and how comfortable they are sticking to it.
Yeah. So our referees today, Drew DeHennis is our head referee, and again, Dallas well represented here today, Morgan, not in just name but location. Angela Newman from the Dallas area is our second referee. Texas, of course, well represented, because guess where we are? At the Pickleball Central Austin Open, brought to you by Club Corp. So we're ready to get started. Damian Spizzo to serve to Colin Johns. Here we go. Let's play pickleball. And a quick attack and fruitful.
Yeah, I think Damian Spizzo and Ryan Sherry, they're not going to want long, drawn-out dink rallies with the Johns boys. They're looking to make this a firefight.
And if the third goes a bit deep to the Johns backhand, too many options, and Spizzo's already wearing one on point two.
He's a big boy. I'm sure he can take it.
I'm sure he can as well.
0-1-1.
That ball sitting up nice and high for Mr. Johns to just play with that backhand.
So many options and
spoiled for choice.
Lots of time.
1-1-1.
And there's that sort of head fake roll of the shoulders attack that Johns does with the forehand, but he's always ready for the next one, and that's what happened there.
No. It seemed like a no. If it hit the middle of the paddle, it was a firm no. Unfortunately, it did not. That ball just high enough for Mr. Spizzo to do some real damage.
Oh. And there you see, you know, Ryan Sherry, another solid singles tournament. I think finished top 5 here. So you see the big forehand. He also has a tremendous two-handed backhand that serves him very well in singles.
I mean, so talented, just so much talent.
Florida tennis star. Saw a little communication problem from the Gator there, though, as the ball went between them, and no one felt the need to go hit it. There's another one of the same ilk. And Colin John's flick show continues.
Another one of those players that's able to really shorten up their attack range.
You got it. I got it. That pancake grip out of here. Colin, that pancake grip.
So Sherry, why don't you tell the viewers what he means by that as he's saying,
Yes,
get that pancake grip out of here.
He's talking about an eastern to semi-western forehand grip that really squashes the ball. Kind of similar to Riley Newman, not quite as extreme.
Stay.
It's certainly become really the grip of choice for so many of the top players because it does protect that right shoulder kind of area that has routinely been attackable.
Nice ATP there, and love that camera angle of the ATP.
Yeah,
See it beautifully. Ooh.
Side out. 1-5-1.
Oh, and just goes to the two-hander and just, again, you talked about protecting that right side. That would have hit him in the shoulder if the ball was allowed to continue its flight path.
Yeah, there's a lot of deception that you can introduce with that two-handed backhand.
Spizzo serves. Spizzo's deep.
Both Spizzo and Sherry, they do put quite a lot of mustard on that serve.
Yeah. And in this match, when you are decided underdog, empty the vault on everything. I have no problem with that. Maybe you'll get some shorter thirds. Let's not miss 50%, certainly, but.
I mean, the big question that a lot of people at home are going to ask themselves is, at what point are the Johns brothers going to be the underdogs?
Yeah.
How long is it going to wait? Are we going to wait until we see a team that really looks like they can take them on a regular basis?
And now Sherry gets tagged, so equal opportunity from Ben. So John's boys off to a very good start, up 6-1 here. Quick timeout from Sherry and Spizzo. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. We'll be back with the rest of game number 1.
Hey, Lucy. I got your new paddle.
Congratulations. It's pretty awesome.
Would you sign it?
Of course, Patrick.
Wow.
Here you go.
Thanks, Lucy. Hey!
And we're back. We're just missing that first point there.
So the timeout is not fruitful, and little miss volley there by Sherry and Colin Johns in the blue there. Again, the wind definitely will be a factor today. Sherry not happy about that. I like the timeout call, but then consecutive missed fourth volleys.
It's a fairly routine dink.
Yeah,
I think he could probably master that one.
There's a lot of head shaking on the far side of the court. The Johnsons will take all charity. Ooh.
It's almost
little
a
spinorama there.
Yeah, it really looked like it took a quick turn.
He took a healthy hack at the slice there, and Johns did not expect it to take the right turn that it did. There's that big forehand by Sherry, and there's that big forehand into.
Yeah, if at
I
first
think
you
that
don't
was
succeed.
row 5, you know. Drive the third, drive the fifth, drive the seventh.
Almost the cheap seats.
192.
Ouch.
And again, Spizzo really getting after it and paying the price.
Just can't.
911.
Yeah, and the score is befitting of the emergency. Spizzo and Sherry are under right now.
Oh.
Well, he was sitting on that. Had a good look at it.
To see it is one thing, and to make it is another.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of points for seeing it.
We do, but they do not.
Oh, and that stays in.
That did stay in. It's twice that the trajectory off the paddle felt deep, but
yeah, I think it's a little bit of a product of the wind at the moment.
For sure.
Because I could hear that roughly hitting the center of the paddle.
Yeah, great drive there by Johns. Little off-speed pitch, so two game points are thwarted.
So we'll have a chance to start to bridge this gap.
And I think for those of you watching Ben Johns play, he's just never in a hurry, ever. Just, it's purposeful movement, on balance, whether he's at the baseline, at the kitchen. He's got the explosive short area quickness if needed, but he's not wasting any.
Sorry, partner. Sorry, partner.
No, I mean when you play 3 events and you're likely to get to the final of each of them, then energy conservation really comes into the factor.
Second server.
And that ball sailed. I'd be surprised if it's less than 10 feet out.
Try number 4, but 10-1, and another volley by Sherry catches the net. So the matches so far in center have not been tight, but maybe Sherry and Spizzo can find the range here in game 2. So Colin and Ben off and running here in game number 1. We'll be back with game 2 right after this. All right, we are back. Colin Johns, you see there, right framed up in the Austin Open logo. You don't see the Pickleball Central and Club Court part, so we'll mention them, of course, as the title sponsors here. And let's see if Sherry and Spizzo can find the level that they are capable of. Again, a ball that Sherry had a good look at up in a hitting zone and attacking zone, just hit down on a little too much. There's the two-hander. And it's Colin Johns with the backhand flick to finish that. I do like that Spizzo went after Ben Johns in the middle of that point. He was up to the task.
Why not? Yeah.
At 11-1 in game one, try something.
Try something, exactly.
It may not be effective.
But every ineffective move you try brings you closer to something that might work.
And there you see the wind affecting. You don't hear this much in tennis, you hear it in tennis, not pickleball. The toss moved on Colin Johns there, and he barely got the serve halfway up the net. And there's a serve off the tape. If it hits the net and stays in on the PPA, we just reserve. So Spizzo still going after the serve.
It's a good effort from Spizzo and Sherry. They certainly held their own for much of that point. In the end, Colin Johns with a lethal backhand to take care of business.
That's a frustrating point right there. Sherry with a beautiful ball to catch Colin Johns on the run, and then a ball off the tape just sits up like Ben John's favorite appetizer at his favorite restaurant. I'll have 2 of those, please. And we talked about before, the shorter strokes that Colin Johns has. He comes from the tennis big loopy sport and has brought that down. He's ready for ball 2 and 3. Well played there.
Ben Johns just doing a good job of resetting that one midpoint, even though it looked like he was able to put something on it.
Yeah.
Again, just deciding to play a higher percentage play, resetting that ball, and Spizzo was still in the mindset of, ooh, I'm in this, and another attack could really work. It did not.
It did not, so we're at 4-zip in game 2. They're going to take a break. We'll take a quick one here and be back with the rest of game 2 here at the Pickleball Central Austin Open, brought to you by Club Corp.
Hey, Katie, could you pass me the creamer?
Why don't you just come into the kitchen and get the creamer?
I can't come in the kitchen.
Sure you can.
No, I really can't.
You can come into the kitchen as long as you don't hit the ball out of the air.
All right. This is why I stay out of kitchens.
All right, welcome back. Dave Fleming here with Morgan Evans and Ben and Colin Johns, looking very sharp here in their new hometown of Austin, Texas. 11-1, 6-zip. Not a bad way to start your residency.
The winner of this will go forth and play the winner of Callan Dawson, Patrick Smith, versus the veteran Joey Farias. He's back in action. He's teamed up with Austin Gridley. They will battle it out to play the winner of this.
It's a quality second round match right there.
Oh, Shebe.
We talked about the ambitions of one decal bar yesterday. In about that same area of the court from an Ernie perspective, that ball was 3 squares up from the bottom, and you're trying to roll a two-handed backhand with pace. Degree of difficulty, impossible. That ball at least was up a little bit there.
Yeah, that's a triple axel on wet paint.
Oh, that stays in. Oh, look at this wind bring that back. And after all of those shenanigans, a trigger pull catches the tape and goes well deep.
Damien Spizzo does owe Ryan Cherry a bit of an apology there.
Because the lob played the wind perfect, and the retreat of and retrieval of the lob, Johns threw it into the wind knowing it would be brought back. And now a missed return, and we are at match point number 1 for Ben and Colin. Going down swinging. Oh my. Oh, now they're, oh no.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, this is not an exhibition. Yes, it is.
There it is again. Okay, well,
all right.
It ended with some fun there.
This is entertainment.
It is indeed. And John's boys making it look easy and fun, I think, to finish that.
And I appreciate that Cherry is a showman himself, so he gets what took place there. He threw a ball up in the air as a lob to see what would happen in the middle of that. So, Colin and Ben looking very good, dispatching the 15th seed, Sherry and Spizzo. So we'll be back with some more great pickleball action right after these messages.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Children, your DUPR final athlete exam begins now. You, how much does it cost to have a rating?
It's free.
Decal, how many different types of ratings are there?
2. 1 for singles, 1 for doubles.
Cameron, who can have a rating?
Anyone. And world peace.
DUPR, bringing world peace to pickleball ratings. Download the app and claim your free rating today.
Congratulations. You are all smarter than you look.
We are launching Selkirk TV, which brings the best pickleball content to your smartphone, tablet, and big screen TV. This is 24/7 Pickleball, proudly brought to you by Selkirk.
I host a show in the kitchen.
I share my workouts in the kitchen.
I roll one sleeve up in the kitchen.
I stream in the kitchen.
I can't cook, but I'm in this kitchen.
I gave my paddle away in the kitchen.
I help keep you fit in the kitchen.
We're all family in the kitchen.
Let's go!
On your six, ladies.
The world will get back on its feet. We'll help you stay on yours.
What's your secret? Oh, it's no secret. It's the expert help I got at Foot Solutions.
Make an appointment at footsolutions.com.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Dave Fleming here with Coach Mees Morgan Evans. And we had some Dallas guys take a run at things. We had the Johns boys who are really Maryland, but they live here now, so we'll count them as Texas. So match one, Texas. Texas did not fare well at all. Match two, the Johns boys from Austin now, at least living here. Fared very well, as one might expect. And now we've got a couple locals. Brandon
Insapong
and Stefan Auvergne. So when you look at the draw from an announcer perspective, this is the #1 seed for us paying attention on the last names for sure. So hold us to that, folks. So this is our #1 seed match by far. And as it turns out, the local Austin boys, Stefan and Brandon, are playing the #1 seed. So Riley Newman and Matt Wright, coming off a victory, a gold medal in Florida, coming in here with a lot of confidence. They will see each other on the other side of the net in the mixed final tomorrow, as both of them were able to advance. Auvergne is in the maroon Dr. Pepper color there, just to keep the Texas stuff rolling here. So he's got that Dr. Pepper maroon, and then you see Brandon Insapong, a new paddle choice for him as well.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, haven't seen that before.
Yeah, so he's excited to have that partnership. So you see Insapong at the kitchen line there, doing some last second Michael Phelps ready to jump in the pool, and let's play pickleball. Riley Newman serving to Stefan Auvergne.
Newman serving to Insapong. And a quick side out. So Auvergne, a long lefty.
Coming in hot. You know, when we watch Wright and Newman play, we always wonder who's going to be on the right side, who's going to be on the left. Will they play it straight up?
Yeah,
they start out playing straight up.
Yeah, they've had varied success either way, but I think they found when they switched it and had Matt on the left side that they were having a bit more success against some of the tougher teams.
And that's where Ernie's go to die when you get caught, and there's nothing worse than getting pegged, because guess what? You're not 7 feet away, you're 2. And
yeah,
Auvergne laughing at that Ernie gone so wrong. Nowhere near Sesame Street.
I think Newman got a text about that Ernie attempt a little while ago. Happy to oblige.
Nice dink by Auvergne to set up Insapong. And that's a two big, tall gentlemen that Wright and Newman have to deal with at the kitchen line.
Yeah, I think Newman and Wright are used to being the bigger players on the court. Not in this matchup.
And there you saw drop the third, drive the fifth, which caught the tape. So
mixing it up. You know.
Don't want to give freebies away when you're the underdog in this match. You just can't.
Second serve.
As the 16th seed. See here, keeping the lefty on the left side, so backhands are in the middle. Oh.
He took his chance.
Can't believe that didn't end in triumph. So that's what happens when you put the lefty on the left side. He wants to hit a forehand, but sliding, moving, missing, unfortunately, for Stefan.
So he's back on the right now.
There's Riley Newman's classic will it over. And as you can tell, wind is at the backs of Insapong and Auvergne. Great point there by all 4 players.
Yeah, I was impressed with the defense of Insapong.
And he knows, again, unwinding the stack. We talk about that a lot. That's where runs come to happen because you're in a hurry to get somewhere.
Yeah, it's often an invitation for a player to drive a third ball.
Look at the finesse on this. He wills another one over, and then Auvergne sitting backhand.
Yeah, his two-handed backhand on the move. That one there, it wasn't like he was well planted, already in position. He had to get to that ball, and to get that through the middle and drop in time, very impressive.
Oh, ridiculous hands. Oh,
wow. That's the level difference right there.
Because Auvergne and Insapong were ahead. If they had the little dot of win probability, very high, ahead. Wait, why is it still coming back? That's why they're the #1 seed.
It went from 90% to 4% in a blink of an eye.
Yes. So Newman and Wright looking very sharp against a very formidable local team. We'll take a quick break and be back. Good timeout from Insapong and Auvergne. They're down 5-1. All right, our referee, Chris Gallon, will trigger us back in, and Jody Thurman, the second referee. We appreciate all they're doing. Let's see if the timeout works out for the Austin duo.
Wright was there, certainly put himself into good position.
5-1-2.
And
lovely flick.
Yeah, he's been beat on the left side of his body, so that's just the challenge when you're playing somebody this good. It's like, okay, I'm not going to get beat on that left side again. Sit in forehand, and then he finds the backhand with that.
Oh.
That was a heavy Michigan tennis forehand there, was it not?
That was big. He really laid into that one.
Does have the wind in his face swirling around. Boy, Insapong really going for the serve there. And you got to try not to do too much. I know that's easier said than done when the scoreboard is what it is and you're like, man, we're not playing that bad and we're down 7-1. Just the level on the other side has been tremendous. How many winners do we have to hit?
Well, they found the number.
Yes.
Looked like 7 or so.
Yeah.
That'll give them some real confidence.
Yeah. They're getting these very short returns.
Insapong really had what he was looking for there. He capitalized on Wright being a little late to the kitchen.
And there you see the wind's going to keep all of those in.
Yeah,
and they're actually going to pull the ball back, so you're going to overrun that as Auvergne did right there.
Matt Wright really loves the lob. Just a hair wide from Brandon Insapong. Good power, good position, getting it right down to the feet.
Haven't seen much of this. What's this called? Up, lob time.
Didn't last long.
No. Another big swing by Insapong in the middle. And we've got game point #1 for the top seeds. And a frustrating game where they had a lot of good looks, did Insapong and Auvergne, and just a lot. You know, we talked earlier, where's the level going to be today? I think a lot of the players told us their level wasn't quite as good as it's been, quite frankly, yesterday. So far today, the higher seeded teams have played at a very high level.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see if some of the lower seeded teams can work their way back through the bracket.
Yes, we'll find out, and we have an update on a major upset. We'll share that with you when we come back right after this.
Stay, play, and dine in Margaritaville. Escape while enjoying Margaritaville's signature casual luxury, fun, and laid-back hospitality. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
And we are back.
Welcome back, folks. And you heard a little bit of Brandon French from Dallas. We talked about the Texas players a lot today in the booth. Well, Brandon French and Neil Metarata, the 19th seed, have sent Jay DeVilliers and Tyson McGuffin to the back draw 11-6, 11-7. 19 seed beats the 3 seed. It's March Madness here in pickleball as well. Big win for those two.
Yeah, and they will go forth, and they will take on the winner of Smith and Cassidy versus Jean-Baptiste and Arnold.
Let's see if O'Verne and Insapong decide to slow it down. Speeding it up wasn't working. Slowing it down, unfortunately, didn't work there, and they're going to have to get used to. You saw Newman and Wright really throwing their thirds into the backboard on the far side and just letting the wind catch it and throw it down. That's what you want to do when you're into the wind. You'll see a lot of the returns come up short, as that one did from the far side. Got to adjust, because today wind is the 3rd and 4th player on the court.
And he hoped the wind was going to help him on that one, but it was not to be. And a good-looking poach there from Insapong.
Really nice. I mean, so athletic. One of the finest gentlemen on the tour as well.
Yeah, if he can shorten up some of these. Oh, Matt Wright.
Welcome, Mr. O'Verne.
Yeah, welcome to the main event.
Yes.
This is what it's like.
Yes.
Get ready for it.
I'm quite certain Hugh Jackman singing The Greatest Showman somewhere. Oh. You don't usually see Riley Newman that far back off the kitchen to give that cut in front. Oh dear. And just off the court with the wind, we had the Onyx logo chased down by none other than Onyx's own Lucy Kovalova, so that worked out perfectly. I think it's in her contract anyway.
Good squash there from Stefan O'Verne.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the righties getting into that scorpion position or getting that forehand up. He did a great job with the southpaw version of that right there.
Oh, it's a creative dink there from Newman. And typically you see him take that ball cross court. Instead, rolling it around.
Yeah, babe, let's go.
Okay, Riley Newman taking responsibility for no one taking that one. It looked like he was ready for it.
Yeah, and you know, the teaching moment there is if you are the receiving team and you're not the one hitting the ball, get what you can at the tee right there and help your partner get to the line.
Yeah, for sure.
And as you can see, we always teach that, but even the #1 seed in the highest level let that go sometimes as well.
And a very rare dink error from Newman. Just slightly wide.
And the Austin boys have a lead.
he's working so hard to get as many forehands as possible. I think if he can really settle in and chip a lot of these off the backhand side, he's going to save his positioning. Instead, the ball back now in Newman's hand.
Again, trying to cheat that forehand.
Ooh, and Newman not happy with the call. Let's have a little look at the replay. And it did look to catch the line.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty flush on there.
Both angles show the ball landing literally as if you would want to place a yellow circle on a white line for centering.
Nice work there from Brandon Insapong. Good hands, he's countering well, and he's blocking the ball effectively, staying alive in the point, waiting for his opportunity. So there's some wisdom above his seed at the moment. And again, a uncharacteristic dink error from Riley Newman. So, 3-4, the ball back in Insapong.
So when you're in the transition area and the wind is in your face, really got to be set and solid. And you have to give. Usually you just use the pace of the ball coming to you. When the wind is at you, have to actually give it a little, and that is a different execution of the transition reset.
Yeah, it usually helps to just have those legs in a lower position so you can start to get a bit of drive from them as well. Well, Insapong and Auvergne, they're competing well in the hand speed exchanges. I've been impressed with how much power and how often they're hitting him pretty clean. Against a team like this, it's a very tall order.
With four very tall men. Oh, look at
oh, that's insult to injury right there. Throwing salt on the room.
Slide into the kitchen.
Get cold.
Put a
get
ball.
hit.
Just.
Yeah.
At least there's no points exchanged there.
It all went wrong.
Yeah. Newman leaves that up, so Auvergne getting confident in that cross-court dink battle, which wasn't there at all in game number one.
Ooh,
like a
and
50%,
yeah.
You know, not the pace that was expected there. And there's when Matt is on that side, then the forehand attack is in play for the Wright and Newman team. That's not a ball that Riley would ever attack off of on the forehand side. So Insapong and Auvergne playing very well here. They're tight. They're good time out here. Let's not let a run get out of control. So Newman Wright up 6-5 here in game two. We'll be right back at the Pickleball Central Austin Open, brought to you by Club Corp. All right, welcome back. Newman and Wright being pushed here in game 2 from the Austin duo. You see Matt Wright serving to Stefan Auvergne. Oh, an indecision on who's taking that ball in the middle. Hate to see that out of a timeout.
No, it's not ideal, but they have afforded themselves very well in game 2. Let's see if they can continue. It does seem like they know their games pretty well. They know each other's games.
Yes, they play a lot together here in
pretty
Austin.
effectively. Good. A two-handed backhand from the lefty, just catching Newman off guard. That ball sailing wide. And Insapong really thought he had a good look there, trying to be a little more flamboyant than he was before.
Yes, and he had a shot at a ball before that in the rally that he might have wanted to take a chance on, then took one that was not as advantageous. So middle has been working for Wright and Newman. I don't want to say in this comeback, but they were down a few and now up one. Nice little roll down at the feet of Wright there. Well done by Insapong.
7-6-2. Side out.
Quick side out, so no damage done in like 12 seconds there.
6-7-1.
Good
Great
defense
D.
for a while.
Yeah, so Vern, nice.
So Insapong will be serving now.
Oh, just
very relaxed.
Oh, just nonchalantly. It's Saturday. I'm going to take the dog out for a walk in the park and hit an ATP.
Why not?
Beautiful ball by Wright.
Yeah, that's kind of separates them. We see a lot of great plays from a lot of great players, but however, what we tend to see after that great play is something not quite so brilliant. But we saw a great shot backed up by more good play.
And now we're within 2 of moving on after a... Okay, I like it. So empty the vault on the timeouts. We're going to keep it right here. So what do you like that you've seen from the local boys?
Well, I mean, obviously the athleticism, especially coming on the side from Insapong. He's moving everywhere. Good hands. One thing I think is causing a little bit of trouble is the amount that he's moving left and right, and the amount of court coverage is meaning it's not quite so obvious for Auvergne which middle ball is going to be his.
Yes.
And a lot of these middle attacks from Wright and Newman are being met with, we're not quite sure yet, from Auvergne and Insapong. And I think when they clamp up that and when they allow that big left-handed forehand for Auvergne to really take care of business in that position, they're going to save a lot of these points that have slipped away with relatively routine attacks.
Yeah, and even the dinks in the middle are just not perfectly worked out there, and you want to set up a pattern that works for you and not have to be reactionary.
Yeah.
And
Oh, but they are not far away from a full package team.
No doubt. So you see a shake, drop, and bake, and the brownies are almost ready, and match point is in front of us here for the top seed. That sails deep, so a very game effort in game 2 after a tough go of it in game 1, but again, Newman and Wright had to play very well to put a score of that ilk against a team with all of the athleticism, power that we saw today.
Reach, power, athleticism. They're going to be a team to watch, no doubt about it.
So, Riley Newman and Matt Wright, the top seed, are moving on. We'll be back with more tremendous action right after this.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our duper tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Oh,
Duper, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
Dropping a lot of money on sunglasses always seemed crazy to me. I'd wear them a few times, and then I'd lose them or break them. That's why we created Shady Rays. Polarized shades at a great price that you can try for 30 days risk-free. And even if you lose or break them, just let us know and we'll send you a free pair. Plus, every order helps fight hunger in America. And thanks to you, we're making a big impact. For 20% off your first order, go to shadyrays.com now and use code TV20.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
Managing text chains is a hassle. Juggling social media threads is a part-time job. There should be a simpler way to play. At Pickle Play, we do it all. Find and add coins, find and message players, schedule events, create clubs and groups, and so much more. Download the only pickleball companion you need today. Pickle Play. Games for you.
Podiums are reserved for winners. No one ever said getting there would be easy. So we work, we drill, we train. And while we do whatever it takes to gain even the slightest edge, we found our biggest. Electrum has the most grip for spin and touch without sacrificing any power. Electrum, earn your edge.
Welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming with Morgan Evans. And Morgan, the local flavor continues as Thomas Wilson played tennis for UT Austin right here, lives in Austin, and getting to play in his backyard with his cousin, AJ Kohler, who is going to love the wind today for his lob factory.
Yeah,
they're going to play a couple of boys from the Midwest here. Jack Oxler in the chicken and pickle print green, and that's Ben Newell, the lefty, serving. Let's play pickleball.
And already a beautiful attack off the forehand side.
And we've talked a lot about the Wilson forehand. It's one of the best shots in the game of anybody.
Yeah, really is. It's aggressive with it, deceptive as well.
Hey, cuz, that's my ball. There's a good look at AJ Kohler.
And again, that forehand already finding a home.
1 and 2. And Oxler can't even believe that that's a choice there, but it is all day. Again, we talk about where on the court people are going to play. It's always interesting with Wilson and Kohler who's going to play where. Pretty straight up to start here. Looked like the sun was an issue there for Wilson as well.
Yeah, that is not his normal overhead style.
No.
Please don't come down and hit me in the face.
And the wind is most definitely, if you're just joining us, at the back of Oxler and Newell. If you have to reach at the last second in the middle, your partner's probably ready.
Again, 3 attacks off the forehand, 3 clean winners. We should probably start keeping track. And the hair looks great.
Oh,
it's just ticking a lot of boxes so far.
I mean, I'm sure he's got family and friends in the audience. You better have cleaned that look up. Wow. The cousinly influence of the lob has rubbed off on Wilson. You see Newell on the left side is the left. Oh my goodness.
And he's done it again with good effect. 3. Whew.
If you would have said the 3 lobs are up, we would have said we believe you, but off the gentleman serving right now, not off the Wilson paddle.
Yeah, I think he's just sick of Kohler getting so much attention for being so lob happy, reinventing the lob. Oh, and he's missed one. Finally.
That will not stop the onslaught, I can assure you.
No, he's not shy.
3-1-2. Go.
Side out.
Nice finish by Newell there, and you know, choice of side of court, they decided on defense there to put the forehands on the outside. Now they're going to play more traditional with the forehands in the middle. Oxler, one of the fastest players.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great to see him back in the game.
Okay, that's not gonna. It's not gonna make it.
They are enjoying these lobs against the wind, and they're played to perfection. So all power to them.
4 for 4 is Thomas Wilson. Big finish by Thomas Wilson.
So, Kohler to serve. For those of you out there that have been enjoying pickleball for a number of years, you may remember Jack Oxler.
Yes.
First men's partner for Mr. Matt Wright.
Indeed. And now a resident pro at Chicken and Pickle.
Wichita, Kansas boy.
All right, Wilson and Kohler looking good with the Wilson forehand and the Wilson lobs. Looking very good up early here in game one. We'll be right back after this.
Lucky socks, lucky hat, lucky clock.
Dude, did you really have to bring all that with you?
Lucy, pregame rituals are very important. I'm sure you have some too.
Well, I have the most important one right here.
Yeah, obviously. Almost forgot. My lucky hairbrush. Old, reliable.
We've got lead referee Courtney Johnson, also from the Dallas area. There you see her very authoritative voice. Great referee, Scott Keenum. It's the second. Oh, a little shake and fake there.
Jitterbug.
And
in the end, didn't help.
Oh, and a great grab in the crowd there. We have tremendous support here today by the Austin pickleball community and cheering on Thomas and AJ.
It really has become pickleball's mecca, hasn't it?
It has. So many of the top players have gravitated here. Obviously, you have the weather, and more players means better practice, better drilling, and your game will improve.
I mean, do you think it's clearly because of the proximity to yourself?
I mean, I didn't want to go there, but
yeah,
if you were within a 3.5-hour drive, let's go.
Yeah, that's right. The writing's on the wall, really. Nice attacks.
Just too much pressure.
Yeah, just quick flicks of the wrist.
172.
Just wide.
Side out.
Looking very comfortable at A1. Oh my. Filth.
That was
pure filth.
If he honestly intended to hit it in that particular direction, that's incredible.
I believe he did.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll ask him later, perhaps. We'll get Hannah to ask him if they win.
White. The receiving team scores 10-1-1.
And it is a 10-1 timeout.
We'll take a 10-1 timeout of our own. 9-1-1 is really what they need to find here. Just Wilson and Kohler so comfortable to the tune of lobs by Wilson, 6, lobs by Kohler, 1. That's how comfortable they are. We'll be right back.
No way she gets this.
Let's go! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My turn.
Oh! Call 911.